Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is my review for The Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 15, episode 1. Who gonna check? Was it my new boo? Honey, the fact that the foolishness has already started, and it's only episode 1, okay? They came in with a bang. I mean, a bang, bang, bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay. Now, look, I'm not feeling too well, so I'm talking kind of slow. Okay. I was off work today because I was not feeling well, so that's why y'all getting this live at 5 o'clock in the p.m. Okay, and not 9 p.m. like usual. Okay, we're gonna have some good fun or whatever. I'm trying my best to get through this because I don't have much energy and I need some water, but my throat hurt, so it's crazy. But I love y'all, so I have to get my stuff done before I don't have not enough bit of energy later on tonight. Okay, but please do a couple of things for me. Subscribe to my channel. To become a whole JayBird, and okay. Please also like the video, comment in the comment section. It's gonna still be a conversation between me and y'all. You can follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Share the video and all that stuff. Okay, I'm here. Hey, how y'all doing? Look, you know, I don't know if it's sinuses, the weather change, but my body and it's all bad. Okay. But I'm here. Now, don't judge me. Judge yourselves. Okay. I feel like my face looks dull because I didn't use my skin stuff today. But we're gonna get this thing done. Okay. I'm in my around the house at night dress. So yeah. Anyway, it ain't about me. Okay. It's about these people. These people right here. Now, thank y'all for being around here. Y'all can be anywhere in the world. Especially, I know a lot of people are just getting off work. So, I know. Okay. We're going to have fun. We'll here. So thank y'all to those who are here for the live. And thank y'all to those who be watching the replay. Hello to everyone. We don't like Courtney. Courtney don't like Courtney. I feel like we get these newbies. We get these newbies, and the newbies come around and they be wanting some attention. And when people be wanting some attention, sometimes you have to give them what they're asking for. I don't like Courtney. She made a very bad first impression for me, and not even because of her, going at it with Kandi, because I'm not a Kandi stan, but I love and respect Kandi as a businesswoman, and because Kandi seems so unproblematic. Not saying she perfect at all, but I feel like Kandi don't really be bothering nobody. All of them had the same little fun shade or whatever. And I'm like, Courtney came in guns a blazing for no real reason. So Courtney on my list. You know what I'm saying? If she was on a different world, she'd be on Dean Davenport's list. And we don't like Courtney. But I'm gonna call Courtney out, once it's time to call Courtney ass out, because she gonna deserve it. Okay. But hey to y'all. Okay, Ebony just getting off her. Hey, Ebony girl, how you doing? Wanna let y'all know, what I'm saying, to make sure to hit the like button as you enter the chat. Thank you for stopping by. It's the thing to do. Okay. Hey to the people. Hey to the people. Hey to the people. Okay. I'm trying to be around here. Right. You better like the video. That's what you better do. Okay. Thank y'all. Y'all look. Even last night, because I reviewed couples retreat last night. I didn't feel good then. And I'm my girl, just get it done and just get it over with. But hey Nay, that's my cousin. Hey cousin, how you doing? I love you. But yes, okay. Yeah, we're gonna argue because don't nothing really come on today that I have to review. I'm going to do a Queen Charlotte review, but that's gonna be off my head. I'm going to review the show Summer House Martha's Vineyard because it's the Black people. So that will be up tomorrow. I might do a Gotha chat tomorrow night because we still have not discussed Chris Brown and all that stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do a live one tomorrow or if I'm going to pre-record some stuff and just put it out for tomorrow. It just depends. And whatnot. Okay. Thank y'all for hoping I feel better. I'm saying thank you, Dwayne L, for liking my hair. Thank you. Even I ain't got no lipstick on. I ain't got no chapstick or nothing, honey. I don't put on because I want to just get back in the bed. Courtney, hey, Diva, E84. Courtney was doing too much. Courtney was doing the most for nothing. Courtney was out here being lost and delusional. Courtney was out here being a fan turned castmate. Courtney was out here being just big bold and bad for the wrong reasons. Like, I feel like anybody it's like, can you imagine you at work and your boss hires a new employee, and that employee come in on day one and have beef with you, and you're like, bitch, I don't even know you. How do you come to a job where I've been for 14 seasons? You come in day one on season one, try to come at me. And I feel like some fans of the show who end up getting on the show feel like they have to make a mark, and let me fuss with somebody. Let me do something to get me around here and have people think I'm that beef. And I'm like, but ma'am, you're not. We don't know you enough to be like, yeah, you should be beef with any. If she would have came in beef with Marlo, I would have been out. Y'all know I don't like Marlo. I don't. I do not. I like Marlo better as a friend of on the show because Marlo as a housewife is aggravating. But even Marlo been around for 15 years and just got a paycheck last season. So, and I mean a paycheck, but I mean she getting a peach. But I feel like had Courtney came in day one from the beginning and was trying to fuss with anybody, especially somebody who you know you don't know. So I just feel like, yeah, cloud chasing Courtney. Courtney. Getting on my nerve, Courtney. I mean, Courtney was all the way on every nerve I had. Thank you, Ima. Hey, right. I don't even know you. I was like, what is happening right now? I was like, honey, some foolishness. But let's get into the episode, okay? Again, I'm talking slow because, honey, I feel like I just don't have no energy. And so when I talk slow, it makes me feel like I'm not exerting much energy. So if y'all think my energy's off, for those who come in late, I just don't feel that well. Okay, I hope to be better in a couple days. I'm gonna give y'all content slowly but surely throughout this week until I can get myself back to 100%. I think ever since I got COVID last year, when I get sick, it like zaps my energy. Even a cold zaps all my energy, and so I have to just do a little bit more, of whatever. But I'm here. God has blessed me to be a blessing, to be a blessing, to be a blessing. He's blessed me more days. Okay, so it's all a blessing. Even the days I don't feel well, it is still a blessing. Let's get into these confessional looks for the new people, the new people for the new season. Again, Kandi clashed with Thirsty Newbie. Sheree and Martel trying to act like a couple. And Kenya admitting that Martel hit her up plus more. Okay. First up, we got Kandi. Now, Kandi girl, Kandi. I feel like Kandi is in the era of, y'all remember that one season when Nene had the weird blonde wigs and all these weird, and we was like, what the fuck is she doing? I called that neat girls, my hair and my boobs. Girl, I'm just trying to be comfortable. I want to be in my bed. I should have did this from my bed because I'm not playing no video. Damn it, man. Anyway, but remember that year, Nene had those weird blonde wigs. She had weird lipstick or whatever that like matched her. It was so weird. And we kept on saying, what is wrong with Nene? Why she got that weird buzz cut? It was this weird hair. I felt like sometimes the housewives have a season where they just experiment with their looks. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's what Kandi doing this time. Okay, now look, I like the first one, the black. I like the stones all over the chest, or whatever. I like the hair up in the ponytail. I like the first look in the black. I think it's cute. I think it's simple. It looks chic. She looked real chic because black is very sleek and chic. You know what I'm saying? So the first look, I like it. Even the rhinestone on the eyelids, which is extra, but I get the point of what she's doing. Now, the afro look, it's not that I don't like it. I feel like it must have been some kind of conversation of the ladies for them to do some kind of, black, I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black and black, and I'm black, y'all. Look, some old to, melanin. I don't know. Because, yeah, it is giving much so Foxy Brown. You know what I'm saying? It is giving black power. So even the brown outfit, the brown gloves or whatever, gives me, late 60s, all the 70s, and maybe 1980. You know what I'm saying? Because 81 things changed. So I feel like this must have been something they all did and was like, okay, everybody do your own version of, because it's a black show, everybody do their version of something like this, and this is Kandi's version of that. I don't mind it, but I'm like, somebody at least needs to explain why Kandi's on the camera in the afro. Because I was like, what's going on? And it's not that it's a bad look. It isn't. It just looks like she's in costume. But it also, to me, felt like, okay, the cast must have agreed to do some kind of ode to, something black. I don't know. And I don't mind it, but I was like, girl, I don't know. I don't know. It's fine, but because some looks, sometimes how you look needs an explanation, i.e., me saying, I feel dry as fuck today because I'm sick. So if y'all look at me and say, girl, you look a little dry, your lipstick not on, your skin may not be glowing as much or whatever, I don't feel well. And Kandi, if you was doing something that was for the black folk, I don't mind it. I like it. But I just needed an explanation, okay? Because Kenya, in my opinion, in the first look, I'm like, even the material of Kenya's dress reminded me of Kandi's dress, just in a different color brown. And I said that they agreed to be like, what I'm saying? I don't know, something. I was confused, But again, it's not that I don't like it. It was just shocking. Like, girl, what you doing in the afro? Is it your hair? Did you just make your hair afro? No, it's a wig. I mean, it's a nice afro. It's a nice bill afro. But okay. Anyway, but again, I don't mind the afro look. I don't. I think she put it together well, and it's fine. We have just never seen that like this in a confessional, you know. Kenya, okay. Kenya and her typical amazing beauty glam. Okay, Kenya is a beautiful woman. Even though in this peach dress, whoever did her makeup did too much, because the first picture of Kenya is gorgeous. It really shows Kenya in her, naturalness of beauty. We know she has on makeup, but even without makeup, Kenya is a beautiful woman, So I love the wine curls. I love the very much so natural glam makeup, the teardrop type of earrings, a simple brown, dress. It's cute, you know. And then in the peach look, I love her curly hair. I love the dress with the asymmetrical over the shoulder, boobs being pushed up and all that stuff. But Kenya's makeup in this peach look, I had to find like a good picture, because no tea, no shade, she looked like a drag queen. And that ain't no shade of drag queens. Y'all, I love drag queens. But whoever did her makeup as if she's a man and she needed a whole bunch of makeup. I mean, Kenya don't need no much makeup. Because Kenya's gorgeous. She just be wanting a little bit, of a beat to the face, with the makeup. But in the peach look, I kept taking pictures and I'm like, dang, like she did like herself. Her face looked caked on, and I'm like, whoever did her makeup that day, I'm mad at you. Because seeing Kenya in the brown look, you can see, oh, she looks great. But in the peach, I was like, it was just heavy. I think they put too much of the highlight stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I love, her hair in both outfits. It was cute, cute, cute. Sanya Richards Ross. One of these looks is better than the other. Can you guess which one? Is it Sanya? I don't know. I call it Sanya. It may be Sanya. Either way, y'all know what I'm talking about. The first look is my favorite. The first look is amazing. Okay. It's the right amount of, boobage exposure. The crisscross applesauce straps are great. Even though the hair should be pushed off the front of her chest, it should be pushed on her back and still be long and luxurious, I don't mind it. But when you have a dress like that has a lot of detailing in the front, you have big, big wine curly hair, you have huge earrings, you covering up everything with the earring. I mean, with the hair. I wish she would have just pushed the hair back. Face amazing. You know what I'm saying? Love it. The second look leaves a lot to be desired. Okay, I feel like she's out here ice skating, and that's an ice skating suit. I know that's probably that same bodysuit everybody keep wearing. We didn't see Ashley Darby wear that damn thing. We seen recently Wendy from House of Potomac in it. It's that weird bodysuit that has sheer stripes that I don't know why everybody keep wanting to wear it. That's also not a good outfit to wear in a confessional because you look like a wrestler. Okay, it looked like you finna go wrestle somebody, or you finna either gonna wrestle, ice skate, body build. Hey, you may go run a race. I don't know. The hair also looks Stepford wife-ish. It gives me 1980s, 1990s glam. Okay, it's the huge earrings, and it's not that I mind the hair or the earrings. It's just, you know, it's just a lot. It's a lot, and she's a gorgeous woman. So, I'm not saying she ugly. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, don't be around here wearing bodysuits because it looks weird on camera. Not that your body looks weird, but the angle of this suit that we only see the top half of don't look right on camera. And then the hair, it it looked like she did her own hair. How to set on your hair. Like you don't feel like I had time to go to the salon, and so you pull out the curlers or whatever, you bump your ends, and saying it looked like that's what she did. And it ain't a bad thing. It's just what it is. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that be. Next up we have Sheree. Sheree, who has the curly wig and then the ponytail wig. Um, Sheree is always a hit or miss. One, I hate this blonde brown wig that she has. Um, I just don't like the highlights, the blonde highlights. That's just on me. Um, the dress, this silvery sequin type of shiny, whatever, with her boobs pushed up with a Jesus piece on. It's whatever. It's not bad at all. It's just typical Sheree. The blue outfit, what I'm saying, which is probably a She by Nobody or She by Sheen, a She by Sheree, Sheree by Martell. I don't know. It's a simple blue dress. Her boobs look smaller in it though. So I'm like, did she get her boobs done? Like, did she get her boobs done to where she got them smaller, or is she just not wearing something that's pushing the boobs up? I don't know, but the boobs look smaller in the second picture. Um, the ponytail is fine. I don't. Sheree is boring to me because I feel like Sheree can be a fashion, like Sheree dressed like it's still 2001 and fancy clothes is the Kardashian store in Calabasas. Like Sheree still dressed like somebody who's not mediocre, whose minimum wage fashion is just looking for an upgrade. And then by upgrade, she went to Kim Kardashian in them store in Calabasas and got something. I just sometimes her fashion looks cheap. And I don't know why. Because she used to dress better. And now I'm like, oh, what is going on here? Sheree used to be the fashion girl. And also, fashion is more than the label that you're wearing, it's also the style of what you're wearing. And just, I feel like Sheree, you had time to get a confessional look, and this is what you chose. This is what you did. I just, girl, it's like Jesus should just fix it. The silver is too small, and the cup is cheap. It's Sheen by Shrey. Yes, Jaylee mediocre-ish. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, it's just, Sheree hasn't evolved or grown in any way. She hasn't. Sheree is still, the fact that Sheree still says phrases from that one fight she had with that man about that party 20 years ago, to me proves she's stuck in who she was back then. Because, a classic read is a classic read. If you keep having to reuse it, it ain't that classic. It's just not. It's just not what it is. So stupid. So I just want her just to be better, to do better. She looks younger in the blue, better makeup, her style is all over the place. Yeah, she looks like, even in the silver dress, like the makeup on her face is, because I don't enhance or change the color contrast or nothing to these pictures. So she even looks like the makeup on her, like she looks more tan in the silver. Like it's a more dark tinge to her skin. And then in the blue, she looks a bit, less tannish. Like she's had some refreshing to her face. Her eyebrows are not so high up. The wig, maybe the wig was, I don't know, too down. I don't know. It's just a lot. It's a lot, you know. Um, we'll let it be. Yeah, her style has not evolved. I feel like, over the years, you need to kind of just pay attention to what is stylish, and not what stylish as in what other folks are wearing, but stylish as in, what am I wearing that I can kind of zhuzh up to make things just be better, you know. I want her to stop using the old tagline every time checking. Yeah, it's like, girl, ain't nobody checking for you. Yes, I am Diva Nicole. She's beautiful, but always looking like she's trying too hard now, when before it was effortless. And it's like she's trying to recapture who she is. And we like, lady, just be you. Okay. Now, next up, we have Marlo. Marlo had 3 looks today. Now, I don't like Marlo. The middle look is my favorite, even though I can see her wig line. It's still my favorite. The first look, she looks stupid because those earrings are too big. Those earrings are not good for a confessional. Those earrings are good for like moving not move photos, moving around, because you have to read what the earrings say, and you just sitting there like you look like your neck gonna hurt. You look like your earlobes might fall off. You look like you're trying too hard. You look like you're trying to be fashion. And when you try to be fashion, and you try, and it looks like you're trying to do, it's like, ma'am, no. No. Even I think like last year she had something huge on. It's like, Marlo, to stop. You got these huge earrings where you can't really move your head. It's dumb. The third look is her typical wig and then the blazer, you know. So I only give her credit for the middle look, and that's it. Other than that, y'all know I don't like Marlo. You know, Marlo gets on my nerves. Again, I don't mind Marlo being a friend of the show, but Marlo on the show in general, it's a big no for me. And then we had Monyetta, who had a confessional look, and also Sanya's sister, whose name I don't know, also had a I'm like, damn, Sanya's sister had a confessional look. No, we did not see Courtney's confessional look if she had one. So, it's like whatever. Uh Monyetta, you know, a cute little dress. It's cute. It's cute. I still feel like she dressed for a ball and not for a confessional. I think if she gets a peach next year, hopefully she'll be less. I'm going to a ball, so let me wear a ball gown, and she'll wear something that's like, a look. You know what I'm saying? Sanya's sister looks like Sanya in the face, forehead and all, and it's just a regular shirt, and a little clear, a little see-through shirt, a little bra, okay, a lot of hair, and that's it. But I was like, when I looked up, and I'm like, say look a little bit. I'm like, that's her sister, and I'm like, I forgot how much they look alike. So if you look quickly, you'll think it's Sanya, but it's like, no, that's her sister. Okay. I also feel like hopefully they're trying to maybe put her sister into the mix to see if she can be, around more and in more scenes, either for this season or next season. Because the fact that they gave her a confession means something is afoot. Okay. Monyetta isn't as a result of that. Yeah, she isn't. Like, and the dress what she's wearing is fine. But I feel like she got dressed up like she was going to a ball and that was it. Now they also had new like graphics. They really stepped it up this season or whatever, which was cute. So, each woman has their own new, like it's just new. This season for sure feels new. Okay. It feels like, what I'm saying, we hear pressure. Okay. Is pressure being pushed all up and through here. And I even like, well, Marlo looks like whatever, but you know what I'm saying? It's glamour. It's glamour, it's shiny, it's new. So it's cute. I like that they're putting production and they're putting stuff behind the show. Because you can't. It's been on for 15 seasons, okay, and it needs some newness. So all new cutaways, slow mo walking up to the people or whatever. It's a lot that I think makes the show feel like it's a fresh take on things. It is, yeah. Come on now, Tammy Talks. The graphics are giving opulence. Fashion, not fashion, fancy. Okay, because Housewives is supposed to be about, people living a life that, us regular folk don't live, and it's a peek behind the gates. And so I like that these graphics that they have on the show give a bit more, even elegance. You know what I'm saying? Like, Atlanta don't have to be the black show. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they be doing some black things, but it don't have to be the black show. So I liked the, fanciness that they're putting behind the show now. They're doing better photo shoots. It's better music. It's just better. Okay. Now let's get into the episode. So we see Martell and Sheree. I feel like only people who review Love and Marriage Huntsville know who Martell is. I think some people who watched just the Housewives of Atlanta did not know who he was. And if you notice, they made sure to not mention the show that he's on. I feel like, look, this is, I'm thirsty. Hold on, wait. I hate that I can't drink cold water. My throat hurts. So this is like room temperature water, but I'm so dehydrated. I'm so fucking tired. Um, Martell has come to visit Sheree. He supposedly was in town because he did that upscale photo shoot. And she say they're officially dating. How, she met him through a mutual friend. How he lives in Alabama. She would love for him to move closer to her. And ever since she met him, they've seen each other every weekend. I said, so when y'all was together every weekend, who had his kids? Carlos introduced them. This is a scheme Carlos set up to bring us the bullshit, okay? Not Todd, it was Carlos. In my opinion, Carlos hooked Sheree and Martell up. I feel like at the end of last season of Housewives of Atlanta, before they filmed their reunion, Sheree knew she didn't really have much going on for a new season of Housewives. I think Sheree knew I need something. I think Carlos also felt like he needs more exposure for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville very much so is, if not the top show on, it's up there. But I feel like OWN doesn't really have programming how Bravo does. Like Bravo has multiple franchises of all these different shows, different housewife shows. We now have the summer house shows, below deck shows, Top Chef, Project Runway. So I feel this is not me dissing OWN. This is me stating OWN used to have multiple television shows, and they had Ambitions, Greenleaf, uh, um, Ralph Angel and them. Girl, Ralph Angel and them, Nova, Charlie. I can't think of Queen Sugar. Queen Sugar. They used to have programming. And in my opinion, it's easy for Love and Marriage Huntsville to be the top rated show on OWN because it's always on. There's not many other shows on OWN. There's Love and Marriage Huntsville, Ready to Love, the DC show. That's that book. There's like 5 shows. There's like 5 shows that it's like repetitive that it come on. So to me, Carlos saying, Love and Marriage Huntsville, it's easy for that because it's one of the only shows on there. They've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. So in my opinion, Carlos was like, I need some crossover attention. Sheree will date because she fucked around with Tyrone or a storyline, and that did not work out. I think she knew come next season she couldn't do that no more. So what can I do? Carlos knew that this is my opinion. I'm not saying it's facts. Carlos also know Martell needed to fix his image because he's an asshole. So let me introduce them to and see what happens. And no one is really believing it. No one. So this whole we're officially dating, you seeing I see him every weekend. He isn't who the show portrays him to be. You know what I'm saying? He's only showing me respect. You know what I'm saying? He makes me happy, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. It's easy to say that about someone you don't even know. And there's enough public information about Martell that I would never date him. Never. Even if half the stuff that's out in the public is true, he ain't dateable. That's how I know for a fact. Sheree do shit for the storyline of it all. And then when it doesn't work out for her, that's her storyline. When Tyrone doesn't show up and I cry, that's my storyline. When I have to look at Martell not claim me on his own show and say how he dating, when I have to see Martell ignoring my phone call on the show, I can then cry about that next season. So to me, Martell and Sheree concocted this relationship that never seems real. Like, let's call it a thing. Martell is a handsome, muscle-bound man, bald head. He's handsome for all reasons other than he's a narcissistic, crazy person. But he's very attractive. Sheree is very attractive. Banging body. You know what I'm saying? They both look kissable. I mean, I kiss Sheree. I'm not gay. But my point is, two beautiful, handsome, because she's beautiful, he's handsome, people who are together, but there's no attraction feelings. Like, they come off like good Judies. Martell laughs with her how he laughed and shit with Maurice and Marceau. And yes, you do want to be able to be friends with your person. However, you also want to have some type of sexual chemistry. Ain't none. And y'all sitting around there like two buddies having dinner. There just seems to be no sexual energy. None. And the crazy part about it is we've never seen Sheree have sexual chemistry with anybody because we've never seen her in a relationship. So maybe Sheree is just awkwardly not a sexual person. I don't know how that is because I feel like as women, we have an aura to us that we just exude sexual, energy if we like somebody. And Martell is just there for the check. That's it. So, they want us to believe, oh, hey, Martell, how you doing? Oh, hey, Sheree, what you doing? You look good. It all seems fake. And, Sheree liked it because they was all on Twitter yesterday, and she's like, oh, can you who be out here renting the man? You rented the man too, except it's not about payment. Y'all are just exchanging, TV show exposure. He on your show, you on his. That's it. Except on Bravo, no one's saying what show he's on. So unless you know him, you don't know what show is he on, honey. What happened? Who is he? A lot of folks who don't watch Love Marriage Huntsville don't know shit about what he's done. That's why I think Sheree feel like I can date him and people won't really know the dirty details about what he's done. Because people who watch Atlanta Housewives maybe did not watch all 6 seasons of that OWN show. They don't know that he cheated on his wife for years with not only Ariane Coleslaw Curry, but with multiple other women too, and had a baby, got his mistress pregnant a few times, and the last time he got her pregnant was during the pandemic. Yes, when his wife at the time, because I know some of y'all I don't know watch what, so because I want to put it out in the atmosphere, when his wife at the time had just had their fourth child, and it was, the 2020, so the pandemic had just happened. Martell went around here and got his mistress pregnant. His youngest child with his wife, not his ex-wife, and his mistress are a year apart because he got her pregnant right when Mel had their fourth child. And they was living in the house together, happy as can be. As Mel thought, as we thought, watching their baby special, watching all this stuff play out on the show, to then find out all the time that we think he being great to Mel, she divorces him, and he goes on a tirade of demeaning, disgusting fodder about her, calling her hoes, all this stuff, allowing the mistress to disrespect her. He was dating Sheree allegedly. And at the same time, him and Sheree is popping up, and on these photos, they getting caught by the photographers or whatever. Cole saw like he's still fucking me. So I'm like, in my opinion, Sheree knew. Not that many people who watch Housewives of Atlanta really watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville is a show. Yes, I watched it. Yes, some of our fellow YouTubers watch it too. A lot of Housewives fans don't. That's why Carlos consistently discusses Housewives, hoping to get the Bravo fans to watch his shows. So, in my opinion, Carlos did introduce Sheree to Martell because it's a perfect bridging of the two shows to get both of y'all some attention. And not many people will know the backstory about Martell because, yes, him and Mel divorce happened 2 years ago. So they felt like people won't remember what happened during seasons 1, 2, and 3. No, some of us who watch the show remember. So I'm not going to let anybody make it seem like Kandi and Kenya and even Moneta, who's like Martell has a history. He does. He does. He's currently still fucking with his ex-wife because he's a narcissistic, controlling asshole. And when Sheree tried to make it seem like, oh, they just hating. No, bitch, we remember. And for the folks who don't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, to them, they're like, yeah, why is Kandi being, this way? It's like, because we watched the show. Martell is not this man who was mistakenly portrayed as a cheater, pumpkin eater. No, Martell Holt and Melody Holt were married for 12 or 13 years, had 3 children at first. She found out about the cheating, tried to make the marriage work, tried to forgive her husband because they had been married for 12 years at a time, 3 kids at a time. They then got pregnant with their 4th child. And while she's still in postpartum, he's knocking up the mistress who was consistently on social media fucking with Mel. Martell ate my ass. She will be. If y'all don't know about Ariane Coleslaw, Funky Dineva was the person who kind of told us who she was. And Funky Dineva nicknamed her Coleslaw because she's a side piece. So we all call her Coleslaw. You know what I'm saying? And they're on this show now all hugged up like shit is sweet. like he's a great guy. And when Sheree said, he isn't how he's portrayed on that show. He respects me and blah 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 blah. I was like, yeah, we thought he was respecting Mel too. But the fact of the matter is his baby mama co-star was saying they were still fucking around. She was throwing shots at you too. So I don't want anybody to not understand why Kandi and Kenya feel how they feel, because next week's episode is gonna be a doozy when we see Kenya fussing with Martell about him being a cheater, because he did cheat on his wife for years with multiple people. On Love American Husband right now, he's not claiming Sheree. He was filming an episode. He was filming his phone, right? It was Sheree. He ignored the call. And they're asking him on the show, are y'all dating? Like, no, we enjoy each other's, like, he's not claiming her. How she doing on this show? So I want everybody to know, don't be fooled. This is a scheme Carlos set up to try to get people to watch his show. Anyway, Sheree hired a chef. Martell thought the other woman there was for them to have a threesome. He's respectful, but he thought the chef was a threesome person. Okay. He changes in front of the cameras because he wants attention. Sheree said he has big dick energy. I said not in Pat pants. Okay. She tells him about Sanya's birthday party, how they're invited or whatever, how Kandi coming. Now when Sheree mentions Kandi, oh yeah, because she was talking about I'll put this. Now Kandi, girl, this is gonna be a long. Y'all look, take a little second, y'all. Like the video. Take a second and like the video. Y'all know I did not plan on being on live this damn long. I don't feel good, but we in it now. We fully in it. But when Sheree mentioned, I hope they're having a good time with me just babbling on. When Sheree mentioned that Kandi was to be there, and Martell been so she called me an opportunist. Kandi did a radio show with Shamia Big Tigger back sometime last year, and they was asking her about Martell and Sheree as a couple or whatever. And Kandi brought up how she felt like he was using Sheree or people, for publicity, because his publicist, and Kandi spoke on it on her speak on it. Kandi was like, well, she also said on the live, I talked about it in a live I did last year, where Martell was at Blaze Steakhouse on a date, that was set up with somebody else who was on a different reality show, someone who Kandi knew, okay? And they had hired Freddie O to come and sneakily take photos to leak it to the press for attention. So King, like, I said that for a reason. Now Martell was like, well, he didn't know his publicist had set that up. I was like, whatever. The point of the matter is, you have a history of doing something. And at that time, that was when those photos of Sheree and Martell leaked. Like, oh, we caught Martell and Sheree on a walk with a big ass dog. It was like, no, it was the same thing. Freddie O was hired to come take photos of Martell and some lady, and then leaks to the blogs. And then it's in the blogs. So Kandi's point was, he had did that same thing, or at least his publicist did that same thing before. And the first time, It just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, he upset because Kandi calling a thing and gonna say, well, she the one that because her husband the one who's an opportunist or whatever, and they better be respectful. They both only 3 feet tall. Now Kandi said Todd is 5'9". I said he's 5'9". Okay, Kandi's 5'3". I don't know if Todd is really 5'9". I would give him 5'8". I don't know if I'm gonna leave that be. But my point is, Martell is upset because of his pattern of bullshit. You upset because somebody know your MO. And they feel like, again, y'all are hanging out, telling the paparazzi, Freddie, yo, where you at? So he can come take pictures, leak them. That sounds like an opportunist to me. And that's what you are. And when Todd, because on Kandi speak on the Todd also was like, because they showed Todd the footage of Martell saying, yeah, he better be respectful, blah, 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 blah. He's the one who was in our premise. Todd was like, so he talked shit behind my back because he saw me at Ross' party and was like friendly. So why take shots at me and be kind of funny acting on the show, but when you see me in person, you don't have that same. I said, cuz anything for attention. So I feel like people have to know. Your wife mail going live right now. People have to know that if you mail going live, I gotta record it. If you, I'm putting my phone in the other room. If you don't know, hold on, y'all. If you don't know, y'all hear me talking? Hold on, y'all. If you don't know, y'all hear me talking? What y'all doing? Hold on. What's up, Kenya? Let me move my phone, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I made it back from the trip, y'all. Made it back. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Y'all don't know how much energy it took me just to walk in the kitchen, Lord Jesus. Okay. I'm back. That, y'all, it took energy just to go in the kitchen. But I got some more water. It's cold. So my throat may hurt. Anyway, if y'all hear Mel talking in the background, it's just in the kitchen recording. So whatever. What was I saying? What was I saying, y'all? Y'all remember? Oh, Todd and them. So Todd was just like, Martell on that bullshit, basically. Anyway, don't nobody believe that Sheree and Martel is a real couple. No one. I know they don't believe it at all. It's on Carlos. Now, we do see a scene at Kandi's shop, okay? It's Kandi, Carmen, and Don Y. And some folk like to call them the candy-coated clique. I don't mind Carmen and Don Y. I feel like, he's her friend. And, it is what it is. But they up and talking about, because at this point, this is right after the She by Sheree show went to shit. Okay, it's right after the website was supposed to launch, it never did. So this is the right after us finding out She by Sheree ain't gonna be here. Now, Sheree say her site crashed. Okay. My site crashed and can't nobody be, predicting that if everybody came, girl, your site didn't crash because you was able to update the website. When their site crashes, no one can be on it. Like no one. And, she acts like we didn't see what we saw. Okay. She act like, everybody was right trying to buy stuff. Now, was people on the website trying to buy stuff? Yes. But it was nothing available on it. Okay, so girl, bye. Now, Kandi brings up as well how they all have been trying to help Sheree. And that Sheree just did not want to pay anybody to do stuff. And that's why she got the outcome she had. Okay. Don Juan did a recap of the episode as well. And he said that years ago, he tried to help Sheree because he's an executor, meaning I'm the person you hire to get shit done. Because we see he gets shit done for Kandi. And he said, but Sheree never followed through. And so that's why things just are not the best. Excuse me. Sheree does operate from a place of let me handle it all so that way I'm not spending a lot of money. However, that's why it's taking you 14 years to put out something that we still not buying. Because I still ain't never seen anybody with a She by Sheree, nothing. Only Andy Cohen wore the hoodie she gave him from the reunion. That's it. That's it. I was like, just stop, okay? Wait. Cold tablet helps with that. It will numb it, and you can drink the cold water. No, I'm just sick in general, a little sore throat, but hopefully I'll be good in a day or so. And I have to slowly drink cold water. I can't just like guzzle it. We saw Kenya tell Sheree to have proper and paying for a meeting, and Sheree just don't listen at all. Ricola. I have cough drops too, but when I eat them on camera, I smack too much. So I'm gonna do them when I get off of here. Now we then see that Kenya and Monyetta get there. First of all, Kenya looks amazing. Body looks snatched. And it's not even that I feel like she looked any kind of way from before. I just feel like she did not look as happy before. And now she walking around and she glowing. Okay, she walking around and she's like, I look good, you can't tell me no different. And I think that's why I feel like she looks so amazing because she's in a better space. And I'm like, you better walk in here, tummy on flat, looking all lotioned up. You don't look ashy at all. You know what I'm saying? Kenya said, I'm going to look good this season, and you can't tell me no different, okay? So she look great, okay? However, you know what I'm saying? Her and Monyetta is there talking with Kandi. So Kandi do bring up how last season she was mad at Monyetta when she had saw, Monyetta sitting with Marlo and Sheree kind of, not agreeing, but it's even entertaining Marlo and her shitting. So Monyetta brought up how she was trying to see both sides of it, but she was not over there agreeing with Sheree or Marlo. And that she was also pissed off at how it was portrayed because, you know what I'm saying, she's friends with Kandi. So she did say sorry. Okay? It ended, y'all. Let me grab my phone. Hold on, y'all. See, y'all so helpful. That's why I love y'all. Because y'all are helping. That's what everybody needs. A helping hand. Yeah. But when Sheree and Marlo were kind of making it seem like Kandi was, I guess, being the one they should be mad at. Okay, and this and that or whatever. And Kandi said this and girl, whatever. And production did make it seem like Monyetta was understanding of Marlo's point. And as a friend, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to understand my point. So again, her point was it was being shown differently or whatever. So again, that was squash. They did get on how Monyetta husband had a birthday party. And at the birthday party, Kenya had a companion. Okay, so currently there were rumors swirling that Kenya was dating this man named Roy. Now, Roy, this is also the man that she was companioning with at Manyetta's husband's birthday party. So Manyetta introduced them, honey, and Kenya said she is crazy about him. He's kind, he's funny, he's not bad looking. I mean, he's handsome. And that he makes her feel alive. She's like, I've been separated from Mark since 2019, and I'm too gorgeous to be sitting around on somebody's shelf. I need to be out here, being appreciated by somebody's son. Okay. And that she feels like a woman again. I don't think we realize how, because, like, again, Kenya, by the time Kenya and Mark separated, I feel like they never was really together, you know? So the fact that Kenya had been kind of sitting around for, 3 years at this point in time, and just sitting on pause, she do deserve some loving. Okay, so she said this man is great and she, likes him, and they round here, having fun together. Outside, do your thing. Do your thing, okay? Because it's cute. Now, when they speak on the little beef with Sheree from the reunion, I don't understand the beef between Kandi and Sheree. I really feel like Sheree is looking for a problem. Yes, I feel like she's looking for a problem with Kandi because she don't have nothing else on the show going on. It's weird because I don't feel like Kandi done anything extra to make it be an issue. I don't remember it. You know what I'm saying? And we see the fact that Sheree felt some kind of way about Kandi doing the spoofs or whatever. How she felt like, oh, Kandi was using me as clickbait on her speak on it or whatever. And Kandi like it is what it is. I'm saying I don't care. Like, it was funny. I'm not finna be around here fussing with y'all. Okay. And when they speak about Martell and Sheree, both Manyetta and King girl, both Manyetta and Kandi say the streets been talking to them about, him out here allegedly fucking with other people. Okay. Now, one of the people was the baby mama, co-star. So I feel like either way it goes, Martell was actively entertaining other people besides Sheree, and they're just being told about it. You know what I'm saying? Kenya then brings up how he actually slid her DMs. I'm like, Martell was in Kenya's DMs. Now, she showed him her phone, and you see the whole little, accept or decline. And you get that when someone who you're not following sends you a DM. Or if they mention you. Okay. But Kandi was like, the inbox was not from a story. It was from somebody, Martell, DMing her. But Kenya never accepted it. So she then accepted it, and we then seen whatever he sent her, he had deleted. Now, allegedly, Martell was on some radio interview, and when he talked about it, he said, I sent her a thank you, kind of sort of, because she kind of spoke highly of me. I'm like, Martell, stop lying. Stop lying. And if it was that simple, why did you delete it? So I feel like Martell has always been trying to get his foot into the housewife brand in some kind of way. Even if it's for the drama of you had once DM Kenya and deleted it as if she ain't see it, okay? But I'm going to leave that be. So when they asked her about will she date Martell, she's like, why date Martell? When he looked at anyone to get pregnant, but Sheree don't have to worry about that because she ain't got no period. I said, not she ain't got no period. I mean, Martell said on his show how he and Sheree had discussed kids. I said Sheree had a bit more birthing her babies than me. Okay? And she older than me. It ain't happening. Okay, it's not happening. And when both Kandi and Manyetta was like, he's a thirst trap. And production said, yep, he is. because Martell be out here thirst trapping, and production knew to put up. That's the kind of stuff Martell posts on his page. He be out here trying to get whoever's attention he could get. Okay, and I'm not girl bye. Now we then seen a cute little scene, not cute little scene, but a quick scene of Manetta of Kenya asking her about her and Todd because the day before, her and Todd was like arguing or whatever. So Kandi was like, look, Todd wants to produce, he wants to make movies. He wants me to help him produce, but I'm so busy. So he feels like everything is surrounding me. And I was like, Todd, at some point, you have to let that narrative go. Not saying Kandi should not make time for her husband, but if you know how busy she is, and if you want to do something, do you have to wait for her to do it? And a part of me feel like you shouldn't have to. I feel like Todd is his own person in this industry. So I really wish sometimes if he feel like Kandi's too busy for whatever he wants to do for his career, maybe he can still do it on his own. With a team, but Kandi may not be able to do it. But she then brought up how, it was a table reading for this movie. And I think whatever movie it is, he's already made it. It just has not premiered yet. But it was supposed to be like a table read or whatever. And he was like, it's at 11. She had a photo shoot at 11. And so can we change the day or the time? Which made him upset. Then the day of said table read, he then said, oh, it's not at 11, it's at 4. So she was pissed, like, you're making it seem like I'm the issue, but I'm not the issue. Like, when I wanted the date or time change, you could not do that. But when they changed, it's fine. So you make it seem as if I'm the issue and I'm not. And I think Kandi does not want to feel guilty for being busy. We've seen, Ace call her like, Mom, I want you to come help me do this. And she brings up how Ace is at an age where he wants her to do everything. He's at that mommy I want you phase. Even though she is around, he just wants her around all the time. Kids go through that phase. Working moms and working dads have to go through this too. So it's not like unheard of, but I feel like Kandi is still trying her best to find that balance. And Todd, you may need to just work and not rely on Kandi to always work with you if you see how she is. And she also said, I get that me being so busy, it can be very hard for him. But I don't want to be made to feel like I'm a problem if I ain't the problem. And King, like, I just want you to be sure that you don't end up like me in the fourth quarter, whatever. Just make time for your husband, okay? I guess that happened too. Now, at Sanya's house, her whole family still live there. Sanya, her mama, her daddy, her husband, their son, her sister's husband, and their 2 children. It's 9 people in their house. I was like, girl, not today. No, ma'am. Now, she's throwing Ross a 40th birthday party. It's a Harlem Nights theme, okay? She let him in his house. The budget was supposed to be $40K. It ended up going up to $100,000. I was like, bitch, what? Okay. She also had these shirts, these bop, bop, bop shirts. And it says bop, bop, bop. Now, when you did that, I was like, ma'am, you have to explain what it means. I was like, girl, that means it. Like, if people don't know what it means by just seeing it, don't put on a shirt. Don't explain it on the shirt at all. Okay. Also, I feel like, does she know, like, in how we pronounce words, that's bop, bop, bop. And I feel like when they say it, it like boop, boop, boop. Like, it sounds different. I'm like, y'all don't spell it different. Because I'm like, what the fuck is bop, bop, bop? Is it bop? Okay, to me, in my head, it was bloop, bloop, bloop. That sound different than bop, 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 I believe it be. And you having to explain what bop, bop, bop means And even say it's a noun. It means when you did that. I was like, no, ma'am. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. Okay. If you know, you know. That's it. Anyway, so at the house full of people, you know, she has hired her brother-in-law as her assistant because she said he hasn't got like into real estate how he wanted to in Atlanta. So she hired him hoping that he can network and I guess get into selling houses. I don't know. And she's like, I need you to do this and that and this and that, And she's like, you think it's hard? You think it's easy being my seat? Like I think it's harder. It's very much so harder because like you're always trying to do something. Like it's always something for me to do. Now her sister is like, I think you don't respect boundaries, okay? Because like right now, you won't let him just eat his dinner. Like you're looking for things for him to do because you don't respect boundaries. And I was like, y'all gonna be fussing. And it's weird. I feel like you should not have family members who live with you as your assistant because I feel like you will probably feel like you can always just tell them what you want them to do. So even if they're not on the clock because they're your assistant, you feel like you have the right to always just say, hey, you always on the job. So it's weird because I see both sides. I feel like he's the assistant. And in life, assistants is at the person's beck and call, And I just feel like it's gonna be hard with y'all in the same house because she's gonna feel like I can say whatever. Now, her sister to me was also right in saying you don't have any boundaries because you feel that way. And while we are all sitting here trying to eat dinner, you're making him work. Like you don't see the boundary of right now he ain't your assistant. He's your brother-in-law, y'all at home. So I can see both sides. Okay. Now, when the sister brought up how Sanya will come home from work, it could be 11 p.m. and she'll text me and say, hey, come take my wig off. And she's like, it's this hard adjustment that Sanya isn't used to of the fact that all of them no longer works for her because she no longer is running track. So all of that is a little bit different. And I feel like I need to know what everybody else's job is. Because if everybody's job is still working for Sanya, that's y'all fault. At the same time, she has to understand them working for you does not make them your slave. Meaning, anytime you want something, they have to jump and do it. And when the sister brought up how, like, if I had, like, the kids eat every day at 6:30, she'll come in and then say, hey, y'all will go outside. And so you're fucking up the schedule because you're so used to doing whatever you want to do. Okay? And you're not paying any attention. Now, Sanya's point was, I feel supported by my family. However, I've always supported them. And her mom was her manager, her dad was her manager and her trainer at one point. Her sister was her hairstylist. And she said all of them basically made money off me. They all ate off me in the past. And she's like, I was the one bringing all the chances and opportunities to them based on me. I still feel like she can't look at them as if, well, they should keep wanting to do what I want them to do because that don't matter no more. That don't matter no more. And that's why you need to have healthy boundaries. Because yes, your brother-in-law is your assistant. However, I don't think that means when y'all have a family dinner, you can start giving him work to do at 8 p.m. And I need her to get that. And I feel like her sister is like, you don't get how you come off with us because you feel like, or you operate from a point of you have no boundaries, you have no idea of structure. So you come to the house and it's whatever. I'm in the bed at 11 p.m. But you feel like I have to get up and do your hair. We sitting here eating, and you tell my husband work to do. He had to stop eating to handle this. Okay, and I was like, girl, you know, right? He could have waited. I'm like, they eating food. Everybody, mama eating, daddy eating. Okay, and I feel like when she was talking, and her husband was looking like, oh shit, it's gonna be the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it's the thing. We keep saying they live in her house. She wants them there. I don't think they are there because they want to live off her. When she first came on the show, she said they always live together. And when she chose to move to Atlanta, she brought them with her. And us all living in the same house does not mean I work for you. It means we in the same household. And if we all live here, we have to have rules of what if I have to pay you money, I pay you money. If I have to do your hair, okay, but what are the rules of when I'm not on call? And yeah, Sanya seemed like she not organized, and the sister is. You know. If you're allowing people to live with you, you shouldn't. It shouldn't come with that many requirements. If you're gonna do all of that, just tell them to leave and find someone else to help. And that's what I agree with. I feel like, again, if they live in there rent free, but that was what you wanted from them, for them to live there rent free, then they there rent free. I would never want to live anywhere rent free. I don't think they've ever said that, it's Sanya's house and her mama and daddy and sister and them came because they needed someone to stay. She wanted all her family in one place. And so she bought a house big enough to fit them all because they've all, been close knit over the years. So, I mean, I don't know. Also, I think she need them there because it's a part of her story. Like, if it was really just her husband, they kind of boring. They kind of boring. And they help her. But it's a difference between me helping you because we've always helped you. Because if I'm helping you, I'm not your slave. If I'm helping you, you can't take advantage of that and make it feel like whenever you need me, whatever I'm doing don't matter. If I'm eating dinner, stop eating your dinner and, do these things for me as my assistant. That's why your assistant should not live with you. Anyway, we're going to see. Because as she said, they made money off her in the past. So she's not saying that actively right now, whatever they're doing is based off of her. They just all happen to live in the house together because she wanted help with her son. And because she's so busy, even the fact that the sister probably helps with the kids, like everybody seems to be helping everybody. I'm just saying, I don't know. We're gonna let it be. We'll see what happens the rest of the season. Y'all gonna buy that bop 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 shirt? I'm not. Anyway, What's up next? I don't remember. Oh, Marlo. I'm trying to not be so fuck Marlo-ish. I'm trying my best to not want to, discredit her for taking her two nephews. I'm trying my best to not be a negative Nancy when it comes to everything that Marlo does, but I don't like Marlo at all. Um, she has the boys still, okay? And she said a mom got out of jail a couple months ago, but they heard from the mom or whatever. So she got the boys gonna stay with me forever. Like they're gonna be here. And say nobody getting them bootleg hoodies. That is funny. Um, but Marlo also has them. They have like a coach now because she said they need it. And the life coach brings up how y'all been together for 3 years or whatever. Things were new to Marlo as a new person because she was not a parent. Marlo, brings up how people want to dog me out because I put the boys out. And I made one mistake and they act like I'm a bad person. And one of the boys said, like, we did have problems. Okay. The other one then said how, you put a lot of stress on us or on me, but it's okay because it changed. So to me, what that meant was Marlo and them boys were just having a hard time. And that happens in parenting. But Marlo was out here actively acting like she did not say that she put them boys out. She's acting like people reacted off of something that wasn't true. People reacted based on what you said. And now you want to rewrite history as if you did not come off as a person who was tired of raising your nephews and put them out. And she acted like she did not actively send them away for a month while complaining about how hard it was raising them. And people were reacting to what she was saying and doing. So her talking to the life coach and people want to make me out to be a bad person because I made one mistake. Ma'am, you put them boys out. Period. And the lady was like, look, I just need y'all to know, you know what I'm saying, to do better in communication because when you say something in a reaction, it has consequences. Because what the boys being boys, Marlo being selfish and not being a mom, put them out and then said, matter of factly, I put their ass out. I put them out and sent them with my sister who already has kids of her own and don't have space for two more. But I sent them over there for them to see what life is like. So you said what you said, and people had a reaction. People had comments. People had advice. And you are making it out to be like people are wrong for reacting to what you said. And that's why I can't fuck with Marlo. And honestly, I feel like Marlo was actively using them boys for a storyline. I'm not saying that she's keeping them for that. That's the only reason. But I am saying I feel like it's one of the reasons. You know, and no one's ever said it's easy. However, because it's hard, you have to listen to when people tell you you did something that you should not have done because you got frustrated. It's like people say stuff like, you can't make permanent decisions off of temporary feelings. Like, that's the wrong thing to do. So because she was frustrated and fed up and aggravated, She did something and said it in a way as if I'm done. I put him out. That's what you said. You then used that as your storyline last season. And this season, you're again using them as a storyline. Now, that could be her life. Absolutely. Not saying it isn't. However, Marlo was actively doing these things for the show. Marlo sitting around there just don't seem, I don't fully believe it. I don't. I wonder if Marlo was not on this show, would she have kept them for this long? I feel like when she first got them, and as she said herself, I got them because they asked me to come get them. I never thought I would have to keep them. And now we still here. So Marlo didn't get them to help protect them against a mama who was in whatever kind of stuff. She got them real fast because okay, I'm at a hotel room or whatever, healing from bunion surgery or whatever, and it's easy. And as things got harder and harder, she had to actively raise them. She became more and more like her mama. When they talk about, gentle parenting versus, as they call it, angry parenting, Marla brought up how she don't think her mama did angry parenting, versus gentle. Her mama said what she said, and that was law. And so, so now how she talks to the boys is how her mama talked to her. That don't work these days. You know what I'm saying? Gentle parenting. You know what I'm saying? How mom, like my mom would say, go do whatever. That's what it was. So a part of the issue is Marlo was treating them boys how her mom treated her. And that wasn't working. And when you were raised by somebody who made you think that's what a parent is, you become that person. So it could be the kids may not have been that bad. She just couldn't handle shit and treated them how she was treated. Because the boys said, like, at one point you made me feel some kind of way. But you put you put stress on me, but it's changed. So I just hope that Marlo fully sees this through. Because I don't like her. So I try my best to be objective with this situation because it's two young black boys. But it feels like she's doing this for the show. She wants people to think she is working on herself to be better. I don't think she fully is. I also feel like she thinks the boys gonna go to college and be at her hair. So they're like 15, 16 right now. So a couple more years or whatever, and then she's done. So, kudos to her for taking in two nephews or whatever. But however, I don't feel like she's doing it for much of a reason outside of the show. The person we don't like. The new person we don't like. Sheree at her house, and she gets to visit from Sanya and Courtney, newbie. First of all, I still feel like Sheree house is too big for just her. I do. I feel like Sheree built that goddamn mansion for clout. And she built it so big based on her at that point in time having two kids who would be there for a while. And the house wasn't finished until the kid was fucking grown. And now it's just her and her mama in that big ass house. And I feel like, girl, you ain't lonely in that big ass house. Anyway, so it's Sheree, Courtney, and Sanya. But Sanya, Sanya. When Courtney walked in those goddamn thigh high boots, I said I don't like her. I don't like her because I feel like The fact that Sheree and Sanya is dressed, comfy gym stuff, and she walked in and thought, I said, oh, she was trying to make a splash as a newbie. Because clearly the plan was to be at Sheree house and work out, because what Sheree has workout clothes that no one buys. And the fact that Sheree did not even sit, bitch, let me get on camera real quick. I can say this and y'all can hear me. But don't judge me. I look stupid. I feel like I look sicker. The fact that Sheree has a whole workout gear company, whatever, and you invited Sanya and Courtney over, but you didn't send them an outfit for them to show up to your house to work out in as promotion for your brand, is stupid. You got Sanya in whatever she's wearing, and Courtney in I'm going to a day party to drink outfit. I'm like, girl. It's just dumb. Okay, but I need that be. But Sheree was like, I know Courtney, we're friends. Her kids and my kids, her daughter and my kids went to the same school. Her daughter was in between my son and I say, first of all, that means you don't know her. When anyone say our kids went to the same school, that just means your kids and 500 other kids went there. So when someone say, oh yeah, our kids both went to school together, so the other kids too. When she did not say, yeah, that our kids knew each other in high school. And so I've seen her around because our kid, that means you don't know her. And we know every year when they bring on new folk, they if they don't have a real connection to somebody, they put them with somebody. Because when I've seen the pictures that they put up of Sheree and Courtney, it was recent stuff. And I feel like if that's your good friend and your kids went to the same school, you don't have no, because your kids been out of school for years. Your kids are grown. So the fact that there is no old pictures of you with that lady, it's only like new stuff since the first picture they showed of Sheree with that lady was from Sheree's birthday party, which was in February. I'm sorry, was in January of this year. That's Courtney in the corner next to Sheree. This is the only picture of them together. The crazy thing is, when Sheree had this party, we went and looked at these pictures then, and we did not know who Courtney was last year in January. So to me, because Courtney was about to start filming for the show, let's start hanging around with each other. Because there's nothing, I always say this, anytime anybody, say, oh yeah, we've been, there's at least one old photo that they will show y'all. Everything was current from 2023. Nothing was old. I said that's because they weren't friends at all. I mean that be. Anyway, they talk about how they were invited. Well, no, Sheree invited Courtney to Sanya's husband. I'm like, first of all, not inviting strangers. So they talk about who comes to the party. Oh, Kenya, Kandi, whatever. And when they mention Kandi name, crazy Courtney. Oh, Kandi seems cool. But we have been in similar circles or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? She was calling around asking about me. You know what I'm saying? Saying I said we were friends. She put me up on IG. Okay, was asking people, what they knew about me or whatever. So Kandi talked all this on her speak on it. Kandi said, look, every season when new people come around, she said every season when new folk are being tested for the show, producers will ask them, hey, do y'all know any of the cast? And if the cast says, yes, I know so and so and so and so, the producers will ask the cast, hey, do you know so and so and so and so? So allegedly, Kandi said Courtney mentioned that she knew Kandi. Kandi then looked her up on IG, but Kandi said every season, all of them do it. That's normal. People do look, people, somebody said they knew me, like in real life. Someone told somebody else they knew me. I did not know that person, but we had a friend in common. I called my friend and said, hey, you know so and so and so and so, because they said it on me, but I don't know them. That's regular shit. And when Kandi said all of the cast do it, when they hear of somebody who's going to be on the cast, they all pull up that person IG and see who they know and would ask, hey, you know so and so? Because again, that's not weird. Now, however, it was told to her could have been weird. But I feel like Sanya, this is only her second season, so nobody, I'm sure Sanya hasn't went through this because she ain't brought nobody on the show. But Sheree should know how things go. But that's how we know Sheree messy as fuck. Because Sheree is aware that that's how things go. And she ran with the narrative that Kandi was out here stalking somebody new as if it's somebody crazy. Courtney girl was some girl, the fuck by. Get out of my face. So Kandi explained what happened. It wasn't her stalking a girl. Everyone on the show does it. We find out someone new. Hell, even the fans and us YouTubers, if we find out a newbie will be on the show, we look them up to see who they are. That isn't weird. It's not. Okay? So the moment that Courtney was acting like that was just like she asked about me. You know, she asked about me. I'm like, okay, and whatever. Anyway, I was like, I'm not gonna like Courtney. I'm not gonna like her. I'm not. Because she came in on some bullshit, okay? And Sheree like, well, Kandi be on here. She got time to look you up, time to spoof me, talking shit all the time. The only time Kandi ain't eating is if she's talking about, no, she's only not talking about other people if she's eating or sucking dick. I said, not, girl. I'm just like, it's some bullshit. Okay, I don't care. It's some bullshit. So they had a party. The party was nice. The ambiance was nice. Marlo in the little short crossover, we seen folk get ready, and we seen Kandi and Ty getting ready. We seen Marlo at her house with Rico Chappelle, talking about things or whatever. And when Ty asked Kandi, should I wear a pimp hat? What things? And she said, now that you want Marlo to come ask for a job. I said, nah, Marlo need a pimp. And then on Marlo's side, Marlo was saying to Rico how Kandi should stick to spoofs and not Broadway and not singing because it won't work out. And the fact that Kandi is on tour with Escape, singing, and nominated for both not only an Emmy but also a Tony. So Broadway does work. Now Kandi also broke down how at the time that was when COVID had her to play on Broadway had to shut down because of COVID. So she was saying that as shade, but I was like, bitch, bye. The party was nice. The $100,000 was spent well. Like I was like, that's like it really looked like Ray's Boom, not Ray's Boom Room. But it looked like Sugar Ray's, okay, from Harlem Nights. Everyone dressed the part. It was cool. Okay. Ross dressed like Quick. That was quick. That was quick, cute. I wish Sanya would have came dressed as Jasmine Guy's character, but she was not. Or even Lady Heroin. I don't know. Kenya and Kandi look great. Everybody looked great. Okay, I got just a few pictures here and there, or whatever. But money for sure well spent. And Courtney is a fan of Yeah, Courtney's a fan. I agree. The party was the bomb. It was the money well spent. A lot of money, but if you got it, it ain't a problem. Courtney is giving me Phantom. Oh yeah, I remember Phantom. Vaz picking a fight with whoever Sheree has beef with, and that's why some folks feel like um Sheree. That's why Sheree and the lady was like, "Oh, we're friends," because let's go at Kandi. When last year they went at it was Sheree and that girl. Was they going at Drew last year? I think so. Kandi and Lees can turn a shade tree to a money tree. True, and it took Sheree 14 years for a clothing line flop, a full flop. I just like that it looked like a very well put together party. It seemed like people were having fun. Honey, when Ralph Punk walked in, first of all, Drew, who is a peach holder, wasn't even in this episode. And Darren Wine, who was filming in the beginning, like that week or whatever, he said he didn't even see Drew at nothing. So the fact that Ralph showed up without Drew, Ralph was also the one who RSVP'd for the event for him and Drew to Sanya, but then showed up without her. This fool said, "Oh, well, she's not feeling well." He then said, and we had a family emergency. Okay, her father is sick. I'm like, fool, if it's a family emergency and you are her husband, why are you not at home with the family? So the crazy part was, to me, I might see trouble in paradise and we didn't even know it. Because why are you here without Drew? If her daddy's sick and if she ain't there, why are you not somewhere confident in her? And it went from, oh, she's sick. And then she kept talking. Oh, yeah, we also had a family emergency. And that they said, what the fuck is he doing here? The fuck is, because you the husband. Why are you here? Now, in the confessional, Ralph said, Drew is handling things. Well, her daddy being said, hey, I came to show Ross some love because it's his birthday. So your wife father is sick. Your father-in-law is sick. Your wife is sick. You at a party. Anyway, we then see Ralph and Courtney say they just figured out they're first cousins. Okay. Sheree and Martel showed up too. We had seen this picture earlier on or whatever, and when Sheree walked in with Martel, Kenya and Ken was like, "Why is he here? Like, why is he here? Like, why is he here on her arm?" Ken, it went from last year she was with community services, and this year she's with community property. Now, Sheree got upset online. She said that Kandi was former community. I tweeted about it. Not tweeted. I did a thing about it. Let me share it. Because I felt like you mad because you out here picking the wrong people with your pussy. And that's on you. Where is that? Let me share it. Because a part of me feel like Sheree is always on bullshit. Sheree. Not trying to call Kandi former community cooch. Girl, Kandi been with Ty for 10 years. You've been single your whole life. Your last ex was Bob Whitfield. How dare you? And over Martell, give out the dick to everybody, Martell. Martell is still currently community dick. Okay, you can't be around here trying to defend somebody who is really literally not even claiming you, my dear. You did go from somebody from prison to someone who gives a dick out freely to whoever wants it. I know them Martell have a deal together to try to be popular, be in the blogs. However, girl, you can't defend the defenseless, and Martell cannot be defended. He literally cheated on his wife for years with multiple people. He's literally community dick. Don't get mad at Kandi because your pussy picked the wrong people, okay? Be a better pussy picker. Gotta go. Bye. Because she just mad because she used your puss to pick better. You can't be lying with a bad picker, okay? And I feel like that's a problem. But, she there with Martell or whatever. I don't really care. Now, Sanya even said, well, at least he don't have no anklet on because, she's a bad picker. So, we see a few little things going on, okay? Um, the party it was a lot of people. It seemed like fun was being had, okay? Now, Kandi and Sheree was talking, okay? And wait, was the Kandi talking to Sheree? No, Kandi spoke to Sheree, and it was kind of weird. And Sheree like, I don't have nothing to the Kandi, girl, whatever. So when Kenya asked Sheree, hey, are you and Martell, are y'all official? Is it official now? Is it official? And she says, yes, we're officially dating on camera. But Martell keep denying dating her. Like Martell always say, we just good friends. Like we enjoy each other's company, but he only said, yes, we're dating officially on here. Like he makes it seem as if he's single on Love and Marriage. You know, but again, that's why I said Sheree and Martell are horrible actors and actresses. I don't believe it. I don't believe nothing. Okay. And when Sheree said Kenya need to worry about if Mark will take the house and in the divorce instead of what me and Martell got going on, I said, girl, not you. First of all, we hope he don't take her house. I'm like, we better hope. First of all, Martell don't even own a house. Okay. Martell out here with 5 kids. Okay. Martell out here with kids to feed. You better hope you ain't around there stealing from Chateau Sheree. Okay. Because girl, bye. Okay. Girl, bye. You worry about my girl. I was like, girl, you do know Martell kind of broke a little bit. I'm leave that be. So we do see Kenya ask Sheree if they can talk because Kenya wants to mention to Sheree about Martell DMing her just so that Sheree is aware. Okay. So I was sitting around chitting, chatting or whatever. Maya like, girl, we didn't heard anything. Like, you okay? Are y'all good? Because last time with Tyrone, it got a little bit messy. Sheree said, well, that's why I'm here enjoying life or whatever. I'm just chilling. What have y'all heard? And what me and Kandi heard, you know what I'm saying? He's allegedly dating somebody or messing with women, other women in Atlanta. And we been 3 days with me. Where she at? It's just girl bye. And when she said, I am a Ferrari. If he wanted to cheat and downgrade to a Toyota, that's on him. I'm like, girl, he already. I just feel like Sheree is defending Martell, but I don't feel like she knows him that well. And she looks stupid because, like, it's like you literally can see the drama of what Martell got going on because Coleslaw be on social media talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So Sheree making it seem as if my yelling ain't had no voice just now. Why I bring it up, whatever? And Kenya, girl, and then so when Kenya said, "Look, well, Sheree, I want you to know, he also sent me a DM. Now, was Kenya being messy? Yes, because the DM, it wasn't nothing except he did DM her. So I don't see an issue with her telling Sheree about it because Martell has a history, you know. But let me see it. But matter of fact, no. He's here. Can how about, I'll call him over here and you can tell him what you told me. And I feel like I don't like when they want to include them. I feel like that could have been a conversation between them. I feel like Sheree did not need to include Martell. Like, let me see what he sent you. and I'll talk to him later. I feel like Sheree also wanted a moment. I feel like because we've seen Martell shoot off the roof with his anger and shit, I don't want him having to have any kind of conversation with women because he don't know that. He doesn't. Like Todd, we've seen Todd knows how to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Even Ralph. I don't think we've seen Ralph like go off on the women. He treats Drew like shit. But I feel like in his conversations or arguments with the women, he hasn't ever got out of pocket. So I was like, girl, whatever. Kenya should have let it be that the same thing it happened. Well, no, I don't think the text was from 2 years ago. When Kenya, so the next episode in their preview, Kenya Sheree saying, bring up something from 2 years ago. They talking about the divorce between him and Mel. So that's a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing. The DM wasn't from 2 years ago. Him being divorced is from 2 years ago. That's what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't mind Kenya, telling, he DM me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I think it's because it was since he and Sheree was started talking. But I'm gonna leave that be. So we then see the situation between Kandi and old girl, Courtney. And Sanya had already told Marlo about what Courtney said or whatever. So Marlo then went to Courtney, girl, what you say about Kandi? Girl, she right. What she do? Girl, you should check her. You have to talk to her about that. So to me, Marlo put a battery in Courtney back to go address Mel. Not girl address Mel. Address Kandi. I don't know why she did that. So again, Kandi was like, I'm just saying hi. It is what it is. Courtney came in hot. Courtney came in 27 times 27 hot. Okay. Courtney came in as if she knew Kandi and had real beef with Kandi. Well, because someone told me that you said that, girl, the fuck. And when Kandi said, well, I did not know you, someone thought I did. And so I asked the one person who I knew, who I sent you in a photograph with, if they knew you, because I don't know you. I feel like Kandi properly explained what happened, that she wasn't looking for her, but because she was told that you said you knew me and I did not know you. And I asked a person who we supposedly had in common. And when Kandi said, no one I know her. No shade, but no one knows her. And Courtney's explanation of, well, we ran in the same circles. No, we haven't. Just because we in the same room, you don't know me at all. Okay? But Courtney kept just being extra, extra, extra. And when Kandi made this face at I said, Kandi finna pop off. When Kandi looked at the camera and smiled, I said, yeah. She thinking, this bitch won't try me. Okay, this bitch won't try me. This bitch want to try me. And shit just kind of went left from there because, in my opinion, Courtney kept bucking at Kandi. And you can't bucket people. Like, don't bucket me. If you do this, you keep doing this, you want to fight. If you're in my space and you keep you know what I'm saying, to me, you're getting aggressive. So my energy and Kandi kept asking, but what's with the energy? Like she was like, what's with the energy? I'm just letting you know. And I'm like, girl, you coming in too hot. When Sanya then said, okay, look, you're being too much a little bit or whatever, you did mention this that happened or whatever. I do think your feelings are hurt. Well, they were. I'm sorry. My feelings were hurt because I don't have the clout chase. And she did. I don't have the clout chase. I was like, girl, when she kept, I said, that's why Kandi said, I'm a head but a bitch. Because Courtney kept bucking her head at her. And you can tell Kandi was trying to be calm. But Kandi was like, okay, I'm finna cuss the bitch out. It's finna happen. And it is what it is. So I was like, Courtney tried to fuss with Kandi, and Kandi met her energy. Because when Kandi kept asking, what's with the energy? Because it's like Courtney had no reason to be mad at Kandi. When Kandi said, well, no, somebody told me that you knew me. And I'm like, I didn't know you. So I just asked somebody who I knew, who knew you about you. That's it. And when Courtney, I don't have the clout chase. I don't have to make a friend. And Kim, like, I didn't say it was clout chasing. So you also putting words in my mouth because I never called you a clout chaser. Now Todd was like on the status waiting, like a whole shit. Marlo is right on the side eavesdropping. Marlo like, is this what it's like when Kenny mad at me? Yes, it is. This is Kenny mad. Courtney came around here bouncing and bucking and clucking at Kandi and activated Kandi. And when I'm a head but a bitch. Because when you calm down, calm the fuck down. I was like, girl, no ma'am. And I don't think anyone is going to like Courtney if this is what she does. I don't think anybody is going to respect Courtney if this is what she does. Because she has no reason to be upset. You caused an argument because someone wondered if somebody else they knew you because you mentioned you knew me. I believe 100% she told the producers that she knew Kandi. I 100% believe she said, yeah, I know Kandi. We run in the same circles. That's exactly what she said. But because she's not on the show, she don't know the producers tell that to the cast. I don't think in my face, like, oh my God, y'all I feel how I look bad. I fully believe she said that. And once word got back to Kandi, and Kandi asked around, which made people who know Kandi feel like you and y'all friends? I don't think y'all friends. And she felt embarrassed because her other people said, girl, you cloud chasing. It had nothing to do with Kandi. She didn't think production would tell Kandi that girl said she knew her. And because she could not be introduced through Kandi, they put her with Sheree because her and Sheree kids went to the same school. Now they was friends, nothing. Courtney set all this shit up. Once she knew I was on the show, once she knew Kandi had asked about this girl who said she knew me, she 100% knew I'm going to come at Kandi. Kandi should have walked away. The girl is trying to get on for the next season, or she wants 15 minutes of fame. Candace on the Potomac played down Deborah. I think, because Kandi said on her speak on it, she didn't realize what was happening until Sanya mentioned, oh, when you told me blah, 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 blah. She said, that's when I realized, oh, so this is the setup. This is the beat. I'm the person who's going to kind of get surprised or whatever. I don't think she thought it would go that far. And I think she got pissed. And Kandi also brought up how this was happening like right after the SWV shit. So she's like, I was already stressed or whatever. And she's like, so people were just, you know what I'm saying, they was catching my heat. I was bucking at everybody, okay? But we don't like Courtney. We don't like Courtney. Courtney has a lot to do for us to even like her again, ever. But I'm leaving it at that. Okay, I did not mean to be on here for 2 hours, so I know for a fact I will not have no videos up today. I will try to have stuff up tomorrow, um, or Wednesday. I don't know. I'm finna go lay down, y'all, and drink some water, eat a couple gummies, and maybe I may just go to bed. It's only 7 p.m. But I hope y'all enjoyed this long ass rant of mine. I'm sorry I could not have better energy for y'all. I just could not. But I wanted to be sure to get it out. I will talk to y'all later. Please make sure to have a great rest of y'all day. Please be sure to have to be safe. I hope you all have already subscribed to my channel. I've already liked the video, and y'all will share it as well. I gotta go. I love you all. Until next time, y'all, I gotta go.